Welcome back to Inside RMCF, your go-to source for all things Real Madrid. I'm LJ, and today, we're diving into some of the most pressing stories in football, including the latest on the 2024 Ballon d'Or race and the ongoing challenges faced by one of Madrid's most iconic former players. Headlines: Vinicius Jr. and Rodri set to battle for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. The race for the 2024 Ballon d'Or is heating up, with Vinicius Jr. and Rodri emerging as the frontrunners. This follows a season filled with international tournaments and intense domestic campaigns. As we await the official nominees, we explore the impact these stars have had on their respective teams and the challenges ahead. Rio Ferdinand defends Casemiro amidst criticism. Manchester United legend Rio Ferdinand has come to the defense of Casemiro, who has faced harsh criticism for his recent performances. The former Real Madrid star's struggles have sparked a debate about whether his current role at United is diminishing his once formidable presence on the pitch. Vinicius Jr.'s stand against racism. Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. continues his relentless fight against racism in Spain. In a recent interview, the Brazilian forward did not hold back in expressing his concerns about the country's progress in tackling this issue, especially with Spain set to co-host the 2030 World Cup. Real Madrid eyes Vitinha as Cruz's successor. Real Madrid is reportedly considering a move for PSG's Vitinha as a potential replacement for the retired Toni Kroos. The Spanish giants are keeping a close eye on the midfielder, who could be the perfect fit to fill the void left in Madrid's midfield. Now to the stories. Let's start with the 2024 Ballon d'Or, the most prestigious individual award in football. This year's race is particularly fascinating, with Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. and Manchester City's Rodri emerging as the top contenders. The official nominees are about to be announced, but the debate is already in full swing. Vinicius Jr. has been a standout performer for Real Madrid, especially in a season where Los Blancos have had to navigate the challenges of both domestic and European football. His ability to turn games on their head with moments of brilliance has been crucial, and his influence on the pitch cannot be overstated. Whether it's his dribbling, finishing, or ability to create chances out of nothing, Vinicius has been the driving force behind Madrid's success this season. However, his Ballon d'Or candidacy is not just about individual moments, it's also about consistency. Vinicius has shown remarkable growth, evolving from a promising talent into a player who can consistently deliver at the highest level. His performances in the Champions League, where he faced the best defenses in Europe, have particularly stood out. But it's not just his attacking prowess that makes him a top contender. His work rate and defensive contributions have also earned him praise from coaches and pundits alike. On the other hand, Rodri has been nothing short of spectacular for Manchester City. He was the linchpin in Pep Guardiola's midfield during their historic treble-winning season. His ability to control the tempo of the game, break up opposition attacks, and contribute to City's possession-based play has been invaluable. Rodri's performances in crucial matches, including the Champions League final, where he scored the winning goal, highlight his importance to City's success. What makes Rodri's case for the Ballon d'Or compelling is his influence on both the domestic and international stages. He played a pivotal role in Spain's European Championship triumph, adding another layer to his already impressive season. His leadership and calm presence in midfield have made him one of the most reliable players in the world, and this consistency is likely to resonate with Ballon d'Or voters. As we await the final nominees, it's clear that both Vinicius and Rodri have had exceptional seasons. The question now is whether their performances in crucial moments will sway voters in their favor. Vinicius' flair versus Rodri's tactical mastery. It's a debate that encapsulates the beauty and complexity of football. Shifting focus to another former Madrid star, Casemiro, who has found himself under the microscope at Manchester United. After years of being a key player at the Santiago Bernabéu, the Brazilian midfielder has faced criticism for his recent performances in the Premier League. Casemiro's move to Manchester United was initially seen as a masterstroke. A player with immense experience and a winning mentality, joining a club in need of stability in midfield. However, his time at Old Trafford has been a mixed bag. While he has had moments where he reminded everyone of his quality, recent performances have raised concerns. At Real Madrid, Casemiro was the defensive anchor in a star-studded midfield trio alongside Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. His role was clear: break up play, shield the backline, and allow his more creative teammates to push forward. This was a system perfectly suited to his strengths. However, at Manchester United, Casemiro has been asked to take on more responsibilities, including playing a more expansive role in building attacks. This shift has exposed some of his limitations, particularly in terms of ball distribution and maintaining high intensity throughout the match. The criticism reached a peak following United's match against Liverpool, where Casemiro was heavily involved in two of the goals conceded and was substituted at halftime. This performance led to discussions about whether his age is catching up with him or if he's simply being misused in Erik ten Hag's system. However, it's important to remember the context. Casemiro has had a long, grueling career filled with intense matches at both club and international levels. While his recent form might be disappointing, it doesn't erase his contributions to United or his legendary status at Madrid. Rio Ferdinand, a United legend, was quick to defend Casemiro, arguing that the criticism lacks nuance. Ferdinand pointed out that Casemiro is being asked to perform tasks that were not part of his role at Madrid, such as dictating the pace of the game over long stretches. This change in role might be why we're seeing a dip in his form. Casemiro's struggles highlight a broader issue about how players adapt to different systems and roles. At Madrid, he was a specialist, performing a specific set of tasks at an elite level. At United, he's being asked to be more of a generalist, which doesn't play to his strengths. This is a reminder that even the best players in the world can struggle if they're not in the right system or if they're asked to do too much outside of their natural game. Beyond the pitch, Vinicius Jr. has been making headlines for his unwavering stance against racism, an issue that continues to plague football, particularly in Spain. In a recent interview, Vinicius addressed the need for significant change in the country, especially with the 2030 World Cup on the horizon. Vinicius Jr. has become more than just a footballer. He's now a vocal advocate for social justice, particularly in the fight against racism. His experiences in Spain, where he has faced repeated racial abuse, have pushed him to speak out against the deep-seated issues that continue to affect not only football but society as a whole. In his recent statements, Vinicius didn't mince words. He expressed concerns about Spain's ability to host the 2030 World Cup if the country doesn't make significant progress in addressing racism. This is a bold stance, considering Spain's importance in the football world and its plans to showcase itself on a global stage. Vinicius' comments suggest that if the environment doesn't improve, it could lead to serious repercussions, including the potential relocation of the tournament. Despite these challenges, Vinicius has made it clear that he feels at home in Spain and at Real Madrid. However, his commitment to combating racism is unwavering. He's determined to use his platform to push for change, not just for himself but for future generations of players and fans. His activism is a reminder that football is not just a game. It's a global stage where important social issues are played out. Vinicius' fight against racism is not just about raising awareness, it's about demanding action. He's challenging both football authorities and broader society to do better, to ensure that the sport remains inclusive and safe for everyone. His willingness to speak out, even at the risk of backlash, shows incredible courage and leadership. Finally, let's turn to the transfer market, where Real Madrid is reportedly eyeing PSG's Vitinha as a potential replacement for the recently retired Toni Kroos. With the club needing to fill the void left by the German maestro, Vitinha has emerged as a key target. Toni Kroos' retirement has left a significant gap in Real Madrid's midfield, a gap that the club is now looking to fill. Vitinha, currently at PSG, is seen as a player who could step into this role. The Portuguese midfielder has impressed with his performances in League One and on the international stage, particularly during the recent European Championship. What makes Vitinha an attractive prospect for Real Madrid is his versatility. He's capable of playing both as a deep-lying playmaker and in a more advanced role, similar to how Kroos was deployed during his time at the club. Vitinha's ability to dictate the tempo of the game, combined with his defensive contributions, makes him a well-rounded midfielder who could thrive in Madrid's system. However, signing Vitinha won't be easy. PSG is in a strong position, with the player under contract until 2027. Real Madrid would likely need to offer a substantial fee, potentially around €60 million, to lure him away from Paris. Moreover, the relationship between PSG and Real Madrid has been strained in recent years, particularly due to the protracted Kylian Mbappé saga, which could complicate negotiations. Vitinha's potential move also raises questions about Madrid's long-term strategy in the midfield. With Luka Modric also nearing the end of his career, the club needs to think about the future. Vitinha could be part of a new generation of midfielders at the Bernabeu, alongside players like Aurelien Tchouameni and Eduardo Camavinga, who have already started to establish themselves in the first team. In conclusion, Vitinha represents a blend of youth and experience that could help Madrid transition smoothly into the post-Cruz era. But as with any major transfer, it will depend on the right conditions, both financially and in terms of the player's fit within the team. And that's all for today's deep dive on Inside Our MCF, from the intricacies of the Ballon d'Or race to the challenges faced by Casemiro, Vinicius Jr.'s fight against racism, and the potential future of Madrid's midfield. There's always more than meets the eye. We'll continue to bring you the latest news and insights on Real Madrid, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. I'm LJ and I'll see you next time.